Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is crazy. Like, no, like, bro, bro. Elon Musk's biggest mistake of his life was jumping up and down on that stage. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is letting that man live this shit down. Look at him, bro. Look at him. Even Trump had to look back like Trump had to look back like, I know you ain't doing that. Like, look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him, chat. Grown man, by the way, and apparently he's got himself like a little like cowboy belt buckle or whatever. It's crazy. Trump campaign worked with Musk's Twitter. I'm not even gonna entertain this X shit. Trump campaign worked with Musk's X to keep. Wait, hold up. See, brain fog. I just said we're not calling it X, bro. Hold up, bro. 3 seconds of silence, bro. All right, cool. 3 more seconds. 3 more. Butterfly said it's okay. It is absolutely not okay to stutter at all. Like, it is never okay to stutter ever. If you stutter, you're going to hell. See, I just stuttered. Hell. Trump campaign worked with Musk's Twitter to keep leaked JD Vance file off of the platform. Journalists who published vetting document on Republican running mate was kicked off the site formerly known as Twitter. Still known as Twitter. Donald Trump's presidential campaign worked with Twitter to prevent information about his running mate JD Vance from being posted on the social media platform, a move that resulted in the journalist who revealed the information being kicked off of the site, according to reports. The former president's team contacted Twitter, owned by the billionaire Trump backer Trump Ho. He got slutted out by Trump. Let's keep it 100. This is the guy that Trump spent an entire tweet on disrespecting 2 years ago. Now Trump sings praises about Elon Musk's cars and rockets. But 2 years ago, Donald Trump had zero respect for anything Elon Musk did. Breathing oxygen, living, his rockets, his cars. This man Trump literally sat there and said, if I asked him to get on his knees and beg, he would have done it. For a grown-ass man to talk about anyone like that, like, for a grown man to say that if he told you to get on your knees, you do it, bruh. If I'm Elon Musk, Trump would never even get an inch of acknowledgement from me. I wouldn't endorse Harris. You can't talk to me like that and get away with it. Donald Trump, again, has not a single successful business, voice crack, besides real estate. Everything else he's done, the bare minimum, water. Can't even sell water. Water boys in Atlanta sell water better than Trump. He can't even sell steaks. Donald Trump is a rich white man. Selling steaks should be like in your bloodline, and you can't even sell steaks? University. He can't even educate people. Well, he can with misinformation, but he can't even do a successful university. Elon Musk had PayPal. The man has Tesla. He's got SpaceX. Unfortunately, he has Twitter. Elon Musk, say what you will about him, actually had successful, respectable business ventures that worked. Trump? Stop. Stop, bro. Twitter responded by blocking links to the material, claiming that it contained sensitive personal information such as the Ohio U.S. Senator's social security number, and banned Klippenstein from the platform. So it's funny to me because when WikiLeaks was dropping all sorts of information on people that involved sensitive information that should not be released about people, Trump didn't care, his campaign didn't care, and MAGA didn't care. Now all of a sudden, the information needs to be removed in its entirety. And the account which posted said information also should be permanently removed. Well, he ended up being brought back, but they should be removed because of a social security number. Okay. Mind you, these are the same people who have not expressed an inch of regret over WikiLeaks. Not an inch, okay? Donald Trump literally requested that foreign entities keep feeding him information about Hillary. Like what are we talking about? X responded by blocking links to the material, claiming it contained personal information such as the Ohio U.S. Senator's social security number, and banned Klippenstein from the platform. The materials published by Klippenstein on his Substack in September appear to be related to a hack of the Trump campaign earlier this year, which the FBI has linked to Iran. Documents from the hack have been shared with several media outlets, which have chosen not to publish them. I'm not gonna lie, Iran and Trump got crazy beef. Like, Iran really might chase Trump to the ends, to the ends of the earth. Like, I really do believe that the beef that they've got is forever. Media outlets did not reach the same decision when they gave significant attention files. Hold up. Media outlets did not reach the same decision when they gave significant attention to the files from Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign that were hacked and leaked by Russian intelligence before she ultimately lost that election to Trump. At one point, Trump also said he hoped Russia would be able to find some of Clinton's files. And here's another thing that really bothers me, is the fact that these media companies, in my mind, are so selfish. What they really want, and let's just talk the truth, I think these companies actually genuinely want another victory for Trump because they know that they will make endless amounts of money covering everything he does. A Harris Walz victory means less revenue for these people. Even I can admit I'm not going to make as much money if Trump loses. I won't. I'll still be doing good. Like, MAGA's not going anywhere for like another 10 to 15. Like, I'm straight. I'll be good. There will be good content for me to make. But for people who type articles for a living, or people who get up in front of a camera, put on a, Good Morning America voice, those people will not make as much money. And as a result, a lot of these companies, in my mind, that's the only explanation I can think of. That's the only one. Trump can't threaten all of these companies. It begs the question, why, oh why, oh why, are these companies unwilling to share this information? They did it with Hillary. It was cool back then. Now all of a sudden they don't want to utilize this information in response to a man who brazenly brags about turning media companies into enemies of the state, talks about going after media outlets, not for spreading misinformation, but simply not reporting on him nicely or fairly. It seems to me like these companies are actually genuinely afraid that they will lose revenue in the event that Donnie doesn't win. That's all I can think of. If y'all have any sort of input for me, I'll take it. That's all I can think of. Chat, I'm willing to admit I could be wrong. For all I know, there could be a different reason for why these companies refuse to release this dossier or this data file on JD Vance. But that's all I can think of. Is part of them wants Trump to win because there's more money in Trump winning than Trump losing. The removal of the material from X has highlighted the increasingly strident support of Musk, the world's richest person, for Trump's attempt to return to the White House after losing the 2020 election to Joe Biden. After buying Twitter in 2022, Musk said that he was an advocate of free speech and the open sharing of information, even if it offended either political party. This man has not offended Trump supporters once. This man has successfully glazed. This man has slurbaderped all the way up to the top of the MAGA movement, right next to Trump, right on top of Trump, all over Trump. That's where Elon is right now. Last week, Musk appeared at a Pennsylvania rally alongside the former president, performing an awkward jump on stage before declaring that he is not just MAGA, but dark MAGA, while invoking the Republican nominee's Make America Great Again slogan. Musk added that this will be the last election if Trump doesn't win in November against Kamala Harris, complaining that she and her fellow Democrats want to take away your freedom of speech, and they want to take away your right to bear arms. They want to take away your right to vote effectively. Klippenstein, whose X account has been restored following the New York Times reporting, said in a Substack post on Friday that Musk had purchased political influence and is wielding that influence in increasingly brazen ways. The real election interference here is that a social media corporation can decree certain information unfit for the American electorate. Two of our most sacred rights as Americans are the freedoms of speech and assembly, online or otherwise. It is a national humiliation that these rights can be curtailed by anyone with enough digits in their bank account. Musk is set to appear at further Trump rallies, and he may even knock on voters' doors for the campaign in Pennsylvania in the coming week. He has funded a political action entity called America PAC that has spent around $80 million to help Trump reach voters in crucial swing states like Pennsylvania. So, what's effectively happening here is that Elon Musk is completely complicit in trying to stifle the spread of information on what the Trump campaign could have been thinking about JD Vance before completely recruiting him. Elon Musk is upset about the fact that he won't be able to spread misinformation with free reign and free autonomy forever. That's his biggest concern. Elon Musk does not know truth. He's barely familiar with the concept. It's very, very unfamiliar to him. Not only is he a purveyor of lies, he is someone who is not intelligent enough to properly register truth in any capacity. He's just not a smart person when it comes to politics and social issues. He might be with business, but when it comes to politics and social issues, Elon Musk is drooling from his mouth. He has no idea what's going on. This is a guy who literally sits there and says, if Donald Trump loses, there will be no more elections. This is the same guy who has successfully twerked all over a man who proudly, brazenly, and repeatedly says, I will be dictator on day one. Dictator on day one as President of the United States of America. The supposed leader of the free world will be dictator on day one, and Elon Musk believes that supporting someone with that kind of rhetoric ensures the existence of democracy? The same Donald Trump who lied about the election being stolen? The same Donald Trump who said, once you vote for me, you won't have to vote ever again? That same guy, he's the one who's going to defend democracy. Elon Musk is perfectly aware of the fact that he is not in any way, shape, or form supporting the person who defends democracy. He is too stupid to know he's being finessed, and it also begs the question, where is this even coming from? Like, Elon Musk, I'm genuinely curious as to where this motivation is coming from. This dude is really off the deep end. This is a guy who went on Twitter and reposted like 4chan or like poll like threads about somehow or another only high testosterone men should lead the country. Donald Trump is by no means high testosterone. If you dance like this, no. If you jump like this, no. The end. No more. There's nothing else to talk about here. We're done. Like, the discussion is over. Like, there's literally zero more to discuss here. We are finished. We're cooked. We're done. There's nothing more to discuss. Elon Musk reposts stuff like that. He sat there and joined in on anti-Semitic rhetoric on Twitter. Elon Musk has effectively created a fiefdom of his own, in which he gets to sway the minds of millions of people every single day, if not a billion, into believing any and everything he can convince them of. That is effectively what Twitter is for him. And he will utilize this tool to the fullest extent, even if it means lying. Even if he means lying. Like, it's crazy. It's insane. That's what we're dealing with, though. And for them to collaborate and do this, it's also funny because JD Vance, remember yesterday when we were on stream and we looked at the clip of JD Vance refusing to answer whether or not Trump lost the last election? And his defense for being unwilling to answer the question was, well, not even a defense. She asked him, did Trump win or lose? And he wouldn't answer and he said, no, I'm going to ask you a question. Did they or did they not censor the Hunter Biden laptop story? Because JD Vance believes that if more and more Americans saw Hunter Biden naked, they would have thought twice about voting for Joe Biden. If more and more Americans knew about Hunter Biden doing crack or whatever it is he does, less and less of them would vote for Joe Biden. As if we didn't spend 8 years with that man being our vice president, with not a single problem coming from him. JD Vance sat there and made the Hunter Biden laptop story the cornerstone of his "the election was stolen from Trump" argument. No argument about the legal cases because he knows all of them were bunk. No argument about Trump trying to compel Barr to commit fraud. No argument about Pence refusing to help Trump commit fraud. None of that. JD Vance does not want to talk about those things because he knows full and goddamn well where it will lead. He instead chooses a problem that you can't disprove. You can't disprove whether or not it cost Trump the election. Now, we all, generally speaking, know that none of us care about Hunter Biden. Republicans, for the most part, don't care. Democrats definitely don't care. JD Vance has picked a story that you can't effectively disprove and props it up as the reason for why Trump didn't win. Because if only more people knew about it. And the Hunter Biden laptop story only went down for like 2 days. And it didn't go down because Hunter Biden was an elected official who had been exposed for unbelievable amounts of corruption. It went down because there was a lot of insanely information that should not be out there, period. It had nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with anything. It was an unprecedented reveal and leak. This JD Vance situation, short of his social security number, is the kind of shit that MAGA welcomed back in 2016. They loved this. They welcomed it. They welcomed hacks of political campaigns, committees, all of that. And now all of a sudden, they're not fans of it anymore. They want it done away with. The reality is, bro, Elon Musk, JD Vance, they're all hypocrites. They're absolutely all hypocrites. And at this point, I think if Kamala loses, she should be able to say, hey, the election was stolen because the JD Vance dossier wasn't able to circulate. And we know for a fact JD Vance will not remain consistent. He will in no way, shape, or form, in any way, shape, or form, keep the same energy. He will shift the goalpost. He will pivot in all type of... He'll do anything he needs to do to avoid admitting the fact that, yeah, I'm not going to lie, the Hunter Biden laptop story had nothing to do with us losing. But he maintains his ridiculous position.